Yo, everybody, what's up? Jules, Blueprint, Locust, Tom, Austin, AAA, Delirium, Poison. What's up, guys? Are you ready? Giovanni, hey Giovanni, are you ready for capitalism? Today, we're doing a music stream. In case you've never attended to one of these before, I'm taking suggestions from Super Chat today. So, yeah, OSTs is already starting. Main theme, Professor Layton. Wow. Dude, I played one Professor Layton game on the DS a long time ago. A lot of people actually recommend the soundtrack to me. Main theme, let's see. Main theme, okay. I found it. Let's go. Yeah, let's put the list up here. That's the list. Refresh. Yeah, Shidex is here. Dude, Shidex with the Minna, the Hollower. I've been wanting to listen to that. Dude, there's a little bit of a Latin American feel to this. The percussion. AAA is here. Shidex, thank you. Smeg, Blueprint, thank you. Leon, thank you, Leon. The accordion. Xenix is here. Hey, Xenix. Locus, thank you, Locus. Which Professor Layton is that? The Spectre's Call. 2009? That's 2009. Man, I completely lost track of Professor Layton games. Brawl is here. Hey, Brawl. Dude, listen to the percussion. Slightly samba coded, as the kids say. Is this the same as Last Spectre? I don't know. Like I said, I completely lost track of Professor Layton games. I played one on the DS. I think it was the first one on the DS. Then I never played it again. But the series kept going, right? But this one's from 2009, so it's probably still on the DS, I imagine. AAA, thank you. Shidex, thank you. Dude, Dragon Quest 1! I've been playing Dragon Quest, Shidex. I'm in a big Dragon Quest phase right now. Man, listen to the emphasis on the upbeat. That's a kind of Latin thing. Emphasis on the upbeat. Raspberry's here. Hey, Raspberry. Wolfgang, thank you. Thank you, Tom. Thank you, guys. Thank you for participating. The Coop. Delirium. Austin. Oh, the violin guy is shredding. Locus again. Thank you, Locus. Tom again. Yeah, chill start. That's true. And the next one, let me see what the next one is. Let me line it up already. Next up is gonna be Shidex with Minna the Hollower. And by the way, the company that does Professor Layton, which is called Level 5, dude, it is a company that is known for killer OSTs. We were talking about Dragon Quest. Level 5 has been involved with Dragon Quest. They've done a game on the 3DS called Fantasy Life with an amazingly underrated soundtrack by Nobu Uematsu. So yeah, Professor Layton having amazing soundtracks is not surprising at all. So this is Shidex with Minna the Hollower, the Brilliant Truth, Radiant Manner. I've been wanting to listen to this. This is Jake Kaufman, the composer for Shovel Knight, by the way. This is my first time listening to Minna. I've never heard it. Alex says this is my favorite track. Lysander's here. Hey, Lysander. Man, fantastic rhythm. I know Jake Kaufman from Shovel Knight. I don't know anything else that he did aside from Minna. But somehow, after not listening to Shovel Knight for so many years, this sounds so familiar. Austin, thank you, Austin. I wonder if this soundtrack is actually historically accurate, in terms of the Game Boy's limitations. From what I can hear right now, it seems like it isn't, because I feel like there's too many instruments playing. It's using Game Boy sounds, but it's not really sticking to the Game Boy limitations, which is fine. Nice melodies too, but I feel like the star of this track is the rhythm, man. The syncopated rhythm. Oh, he did Shantae. Oh, Jake Kaufman. But Shantae is not Yacht Club, is it? Shantae is... what are they called? I forget what they're called. I know they did the latest Advance Wars games. Yeah, wow, so he did that. And Shantae goes way back. Shantae goes back to the Game Boy Color. Delirium, thank you. Delirium again, thank you. Way Forward, way Forward, that's right. That's the company that does Shantae. Cool. Man, it's so nice. Can I say it's so nice having you guys here to talk about these things? Because in my own life, in my own real life circle of friends, all my friends like games, but I'm way too much of a music nerd, even for my gamer friends. I don't have people in real life to talk about which company Jake Kaufman worked for before Yacht Club. No one cares about that. Only you guys and me. Manquill's here. Hey, Manquill. So next up, Cult of the Lamb. Hold up, let me see. Is someone else gonna take the spot? No, it's Cult of the Lamb, Wall Haven. Yeah, so what I'm saying is, I'm glad you guys are here. I like hanging out with you guys. Cult of the Lamb, Wall Haven. This one. Yeah, and these Cult of the Lamb tracks are always so... atmospheric, right? The next up is gonna be... Locust. Yeah, Cult of the Lamb, they never go hard with harmonies. It's always like a vibe. Locus says, for the video ID, yeah, I know. I got it. Thank you, Locus. Thank you. Yes, squishy sound. Goofy BGM. I find it really interesting how non-reliant on harmony Cult of the Lamb is. I mean, non-reliant on melody, I meant. And so synthy too. Mirair, thank you. S says, hey sir, love your videos. Do I have to pay to recommend something? Yes, today yes. There are other streams of this kind that you don't have to pay. I alternate between them. Okay. So this is the track from Locus. It's End Fuel. This is from End Fuel, I believe. Adara, thank you, Adara, thank you. 50 bucks, wow, thank you. Very generous. We're gonna listen to your track next. Wow, it changed abruptly. Oh my god. Super heavy guitar. Yeah, but I was saying, SV asked me if he has to pay. Yes, today everyone that wants to suggest a song has to pay, but there are other live streams. I do live streams like this once a month, and I alternate between paid versions and not paid versions. So if you want to suggest something without paying, look forward to the stream next month. SV says, how much, sir? Do a little prayer, have a little like a little moment with God. However much God speaks to your heart, that's the amount. That was weird though. I want to retract that statement. That made it sound like I'm some weird kind of religious peddler. So I'll just say, just give me as much as you want. I don't believe in God, so zero is fine. 0 is totally fine. Oh, there's vocal. Do I know the singer? A lot of these singer guys in video games from these heavy metal soundtracks sound kind of similar. Yeah, Davi Vasc is a crazy televangelist.
Don't say it's too late to begin again. I keep looping back to the very end. Knees sinking deeper, but I'll revive.
Blueprint, thank you. Yeah, the singer guy reminds me of the singer guy from Devil May Cry. But it's not the same guy. It just reminds me of him. And this kind of guitar, by the way, the drop tune guitar is so popular nowadays. I just recorded a video today, by the way, on Ultra Kill, the very first video ever specifically on Ultra Kill. They're gonna be fun. And they use this kind of guitar. Blueprint says, oh. Yeah, a lot of people recommend Ultra Kill. So let's see if this video does well, maybe I'll do more. Blueprint says, my sister's big on Ultra Kill. A lot of people are big on Ultra Kill. I did a live stream listening to Ultra Kill music years ago. And that stream, I don't even know how many views it has nowadays, but I remember it having like something like 50,000 or something. Okay, I think that's probably the end. So next up is Yu-Gi-Oh! From Adara. Thank you very much, Adara, for the generous contribution. Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's see. Sayonji. I think it's this one. Ternary time signature. Dude, so cool. It started kind of Baroque and concerto-like. Oh wow. Giovanni says we're past 30 songs already? Jesus. We've been live for 17 minutes, guys. So I'm gonna have to close the requests. Oh my god, that's a record. That's a record. Yeah, that was fast. That goes to show the big mistake I was doing by limiting the requests by time instead of number of songs. Yeah, wow. It's weird to close the request this early, but I don't want to be here for 4 hours. So, requests are now closed. I'm gonna allow Xenix. Xenix, you got in. Congratulations, you're the last one. Let me change the title. Title of the stream to request closed. Yeah, I was saying about this song. There's a blend here of Baroque. Right, there's harpsichord, there's Baroque like patterns. But at the same time, there's something jazzy about it. Request close. That's crazy. 17 minutes. You guys are degenerates for video game music. You guys are bigger degenerates for video game music than me. 17 minutes. Listen, this is the Baroque part. Yeah, listen to the drums. The drums is the jazzy part. And the triple beat meter is kind of exotic as well for music like this. Mirair says, request closed. My songs might actually get listened to. I mean, we always listen to all the songs. even if I have to be here for 5 hours, like I have already done, we listen to everything. Blueprint says, each suggestion stream seems to get shorter each live stream. No, they're not getting shorter. You know what? They actually are, but they're actually getting shorter at a rate, at a shorter rate that I would want, because I've been wanting these streams to be 2 hours long since forever. 2 hours long is the perfect length for one of these streams. But you guys recommend so much stuff that I can never do a stream like this during 2 hours, because it always ends up being 4 hours or 3.5 hours. So today I had the idea to limit the requests by number of requests. I think 30 tracks will be about, even still, it won't be 2 hours. It might be 2.5 hours or 3 hours. We've gone as long as 5 hours. Yeah. And what's sadder about that is that we've gone 5 hours while intending to go 2 hours. That's the funniest part. I was like speaking to Giovanni before the stream, saying, dude, today we're gonna close the request early. We're gonna stream for 2 hours. It's gonna be great. And then we're there like for five hours. Because when I say, okay, I'm gonna close the request early, what you guys do is that you rush in to request 1 billion songs before the cutoff point. So it doesn't matter. But this way that we've done today, limiting the number of songs, I think is gonna be better. So this is Locus again. Demo. Today I think might be the first time that we're able to stream within the 2 hour range. So it's this one. It's from the game Demo. Thank you, Locus. Shadak says, imagine if you had over 1 million subscribers. Yeah, that's crazy. Abkin is here. Hey, Abkin. Thank you guys, by the way. Thank you for participating. I was thinking about this before the stream, you know. This YouTube channel is 6 years old already. And I mean, to still be doing this is really fun. Not only to still be doing this, but you know, I set up the live stream and people already show up in chat. People are already waiting for this and expecting this. Is really cool. I'm gonna release... Oh, by the way, Locus, your Patreon video is already done. I'm gonna post it tomorrow on Patreon. So guys, if you like this song, oh, this is great. Oh, the chromatic descent. So calming. Guys, if you like this song, Locus suggested another song from this game, and that is coming out on Patreon tomorrow, and it's free. It's free, you don't have to pay. You just go on Patreon and you watch it. Yeah, Giovanni says, banger music, have fun editing that one. Yeah. The link to the Patreon is on the channel links, by the way. There's a bunch of free videos to watch there, by the way. Hitori Heiani, alone in a room, she's saying. And this is from a... You know what's most impressive about this? This is from a rhythm game. This is from a rhythm game. Rhythm game music is usually insane. like, by insane I mean devoid of sanity. You know? Like crazy. But this is not insane. This is beautiful. So it's very surprising. Was the last one contingency contract? Yeah, contingency contract is done. Is done. You can delete it. Could this be considered a ballad? Dude, ballad is such a broad term. I guess. Sure. Delirium says, this is not a request. Want to thank you, Davi. Thanks to your channel, I decided to finally have some piano lessons. I've been having so much fun. Hope you the best. Thank you. Thank you for thanking me, Delirium. Great to know. Yeah, big W for Delirium. Doing piano lessons. You know what I wanted to do? I wanted to do piano lessons because I actually don't play the piano at all. You might think I do because I do chords like this on the videos. But I feel like it would be hugely beneficial to me if I learned piano. Okay, that's the end of this. That was really cool. And like I said before, if you like this track, tune in to our Patreon tomorrow because there will be a new video on that same game, from that same game, for free on Patreon. So this one is also from Locus. Rely. Let's see. Rely F. I think it's this one. Giovanni says, Sam, I have so many musical ideas, but I'm just a dumb drummer. There's just not enough time to do everything. Dylan says, I might be making some music for a indie devs RPG game soon. Insane, bro. Congratulations. Dude, it's not easy to get game dev gigs. Congratulations. Make the most out of this opportunity. I don't know if you intend to like become a full-time game composer. If you do, just hold this opportunity like your life depends on it and make the most of it. Avkin, requests are closed. What are you doing, Av? It's in the title. It's on the screen. Avkin, look at it. Look at it. Look at this. I could say I was late for 10 minutes. Dude, but requests have been closed for over 10 minutes. Avkin Davi moment. This is my revenge. Avkin is always is always proclaiming Davi moments on the gameplay channel. This is your Davi moment. This is your Obuken moment. Yeah, we got him. And dude, yeah, I mean, thank you, Ab. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. But requests have been closed for 10 minutes. And by the way, this is cool. It sounds, this is for a visual novel, right? And of course it sounds like an anime opening. Apkin says, I'm campaigning hard next democracy. Let's make a deal, Apkin. I will campaign in your favor in the next democracy. Because you know, I feel bad because you gave money and your song is not gonna get in. So I'm gonna campaign for you next democracy. Beautiful piano. Beautiful piano instrumental section. Yeah, this slaps. I feel like it's really hard to arrange and mix piano in rock music like this crispy clear. Yeah, it's for a visual novel. It's really fast, isn't it? Yeah, but from what I understand, it's the opening of the visual novel. But you're right, visual novel stuff is usually slower. Did we get any Souls-like tracks this time? I don't know. Let's see, let's scroll. We have Wukong. Is Wukong Souls-like? I don't know. We have Touhou, Zenless Zone Zero, Deltarune, Blasphemous, Slay the Spire. Dude, Dragon Quest. I'm looking forward to this Dragon Quest. Anyway, next up, let's refresh. Next up is Austin. It's Black Myth Wukong. Such wind, powerful indeed. You know what's sad about Wukong? I got an email from the publisher, and they wanted to send me a collector's edition of the game with like all sorts of goodies. But I could not accept it because Brazil is simply unbelievable with receiving stuff from overseas. If I accepted the package, if I accepted the package from overseas, I'll have to pay an obscene amount of money for customs. Yeah, Brazil sucks. I'll have to pay like double the value of the box. So I guess if you're in Brazil, you can't do promos like that. So South America is rough in that sense, yeah. At that point, it would make more sense to simply buy the thing. Delirium, you're Argentinian. What was the name of the guy that got your Dark Souls 3 game? That was Wagner. Man, I love the orchestra in Wukong. It sounds like TV orchestra from Japan, from China, and that the orchestras in that from that era have such a specific sound to them. Tokusatsu style. Is that the name? I've never heard of that. Let me look that up. Tokusatsu style. Tokusatsu is a Japanese term translating to special filming. It's a live-action genre characterized by heavy reliance on practical special effects. So it's a film genre. Oh, interesting. So the music of Tokusatsu is what I'm referring to when I talk about this style. It is a very clear style, and we were talking about Dragon Quest. Dragon Quest music sounds like Tokusatsu. It really does. Signa's here. Hey, Signa. So let me line up the next one. Next up is also from Austin. Yeah, Power Rangers or Kaiju is Tokusatsu. Super Sentai. But I see that style, I hear that style a lot in anime, like old school anime. Like old school Dragon Ball, like 80s Dragon Ball, has that kind of style as well. I guess it's a case of like these things influencing each other. The composer for Dragon Quest, for example, is an old school guy. Like, he died, I don't know, 5 years ago, and he was like 90. So he was obviously influenced by Tokusatsu. Dude, beautiful. Little interlude. Hans Zimmer energy, but Asian aesthetics. Yeah, but the Tokusatsu style predates Hans Zimmer. So next up is another one from Austin and another one from Black Myth. Flames have paved my way. I've done videos on this game. Have I heard this one? The title is familiar. Oh, drums? Oh wow, I haven't heard this one. I had no idea they had songs like this in the game. Okay. Now we were talking about Tokusatsu, that kind of old school orchestral style from Japanese, Chinese TV. This sounds less like it. It's probably the drums and the guitars. Yeah, this goes hard. Yeah, Helldivers too. I would agree. Chidek says this song is very different from the rest of the soundtrack, right? Yeah, the double kick drums. Yeah, that was not popular at all in the 80s and stuff. At least not in TV. Admin says I'm obviously a 9 Souls fanboy. Oh, Lysander's just beat 9 Souls, cool. Oh, choirs. Oh, disturbing chord. Cool guitar. Wow, he's using the whammy bar. You know what a whammy bar is on the guitar? Sometimes when dudes are playing the guitar, you see them shaking a little metal bar on the bridge of the guitar. He does that kind of sound like wow. I think I have one here. Yeah, this is a whammy bar. Look, it's a whammy bar. You grab like this, you play the guitar, blang, and you grab this and you do wow, or you do wow. Okay, whammy bar. Whammy bar is cool. It gives me more points in Guitar Hero. It gives you more points in real life too. If you're playing a gig and you do the whammy bar, you do like wow. It gives you points. Little interlude. Oh, and the next one is also from Austin, and it's also Black Myth. We're having a little Black Myth section of our stream. That's kind of cool, actually, to have like small little themed sections. And sometimes you destroy your strings if your guitar sucks. Sometimes you destroy your guitar if your guitar sucks. A while ago, I had a very cheap... Wait, is this still going? It's still going, but it's very quiet. Okay. So next up is Black Myth Wukong Destiny. I once had a guitar. I think it's this one. It's this one, right? I once had a guitar. Oh, lyrics. Oh, there's an end of chapter track. And I'm assuming this is Chinese, right? Very subtle so far. I'm assuming he's gonna grow. He's gonna get louder. The singer of this is over 80 years old. Tricuspid is here. Hey, tricuspid. Dude, really cool. If I had to guess, I would guess this is chat. This is credits, like end game credits, but it's not. It's like end of chapter. There's such a like end game feel to it. It's played with a cutscene animation, right? Abkin says, chapters in Wukong start and end with epic cutscenes and music. Have you played it? You played it, right, Abkin? Is it cool? Is this game cool? I got so upset with the collector's edition thing that I couldn't get that I ended up not even playing it. God of War plus Souls-like Sekiro vibe. Cool, cool. Loki says, could play on stream. I got 100% with about 90 hours of gameplay. Cool. I was going to stream it during the hype period, but I just didn't. I was talking to the publisher about the collector's edition thing. I mean, I could have asked them for just a code, but I didn't. Abkin says Wukong is 50 hours. Wukong sold more copies than Elden Ring. I believe that. I believe that. Because China. I believe that. There's a Chinese kind of YouTube site called Bilibili. My videos get re-uploaded there by someone who is not me and doesn't have my authorization. And the Wukong videos have insane amount of views there. My Wukong videos. So yeah, next up is from Delirium. Reminiscence of deer hunting from Touhou 20. And Delirium says, I want to learn this on the piano. Let's see. Dude, there's some, like, if you're a beginner on piano, there's some Touhou tracks you should not be striving to learn at the moment. I think it's this one. With Touhou, it's always difficult. Let me know if it's not this one. Someone is uploading Davi videos on Japanese YouTube too. The Japanese ones have my permission. The Japanese, the guy that re-uploads my videos in Japanese with Japanese subtitles and stuff, he has my permission. He's cool. Dude, it's really cool. Yeah, dude, I mean, if you're a beginner, you're probably not going to be able to play this. You could learn to play, like, the right hand part of it. I feel like that would be a good start. It's so weird to hear Zoom using realistic orchestral samples. That reminds me, do you have a TikTok account? Yes, I do. I have a TikTok account. I want to make money on TikTok. Yeah, it's official. People have been asking if it's official. I should probably, like, record a video with my face telling people it's official. Isn't there an audio track feature now so you can have dub for Japanese viewers? Yes, but I guess people prefer a Japanese channel. Andrew says this isn't too Zune-like. Yeah, people... I've been hearing things about how the Touhou community is divided on the latest game. Some people don't like this. me, it sounds okay. The orchestral samples, I agree, like they lose a little bit of the Touhou punch. But composition-wise, I think it's okay. The piano sounds like Touhou. Yeah, dude, Delirium, you're gonna play this as a beginner in piano. I think it's pretty Zune-like for the later games. It's just that Zune style has evolved a lot. Yeah, it's changed. This part is my favorite. Oh, you're gonna learn later. Okay. Yeah, but like I said, this part right here, I think as a beginner, you could totally learn the right hand of this, I think. Even if you have to learn it a little slower, the right hand, of course, would be the melody. You could totally learn this as a beginner, even if you have to learn a little slower. Next up, Cult of the Lamb, Eligos, and this is from Blueprint. Thank you, Blueprint. Eligos. Dude, the synth voice is insane. And once again, I expect them to not rely on melody at all. Just vibes. Mini boss track, okay. Delirium says, teacher told me I've been doing very good. Oh, interesting. Marcos says, the soundtrack, the Touhou one, sounds different because due to a Windows 11 update, some of Zune's tools broke. That's why Zumpits are pretty much absent. Oof. Dude, I can relate to that. It's crazy. I mean, I've never ended up losing instruments because of Windows updates, but I got close to it. Vaguely reminds me of Zelda with the woodwinds. Zelda occasionally has very synthy tracks like this in Breath of the Wild, even in Twilight Princess. Like, I can definitely see that. Twilight Princess used a lot of synths to symbolize everything related to the Twilight, the weird monsters from the Twilight. Super synthy. Okay, it's pretty short. That was cool. Crazy vibes. Very exotic. I mean, Cult of the Lamb music is always exotic, has a very specific vibe. So next up is from Xenix, Zenless Zero Zone Racing Tides. Oh, and the next one is Deltarune. Nice acoustic guitar. Austin says, I must depart though, Davi, adulting to do. Thank you always for listening. Thank you, Austin. Thank you for participating. It means a lot. Thank you. I wonder what a Windows 11 update did to change a sound font. It's like compatibility. You might be using an old plugin, some old software. The OS updates and that old software no longer works. That happens a lot in music. Like some of the plugins for DAWs can be very old. Like me, I told you guys I got close to losing instruments once it was for Coromon, because for Coromon the developers wanted me to emulate the sound from the Nintendo DS. So I hunted down an old Rompler from the DS era with orchestral samples authentic to that era, but the plugin is ancient, it's very old, and I'm making this music with a new DAW, a new software, and with a new OS, but I'm sticking an old ass plugin into that. So sometimes there's compatibility issues. Dude, it's so vibey. I'm gonna play this one again because it's very short and I talked over the whole thing. The guitars remind me of Mateus Asato's playing. I don't know who that is. Super vibey. There's like lo-fi beats for the percussion and super vibey percussion. Zinix says I was gonna be slightly tilted. Man, the bass. What is that? I wonder. Where does it play? Sounds like it could be in some sort of safe hub. It's so vibey, so relaxing. Tricuspid says we had the developers of Coromon board game at our recent convention. Didn't get to talk to them. Yeah, they're doing the board game now. It's really cool. Really cool, like to see something that you worked on get bigger and bigger. They have the board game now. They have physical copies of the game. They have plushies. Hi, Davi, are you going to do a Deltarune Chapter 5 listen stream? Probably yes. Probably yes. Sina says Windows 10 for me still. Yeah, I'm not running Windows 11. Exactly because of those compatibility issues, I tried to update my anything as little as possible. Especially if I'm in the middle of a project, which I'm always in the middle of a project. Next up is Oisin with Blasphemous. And I've heard this, surely, because I've done an entire stream of Blasphemous 2, but I don't remember it. Organ. Sina says, you know, maybe he was on Windows 10 and got updated to Windows 11 automatically. That could be it. You skipped Deltarune. Wait, did I skip Deltarune? Oh, I skipped Deltarune. My bad. Now, we're gonna listen to this and then we're gonna do Deltarune. I skipped it accidentally. Let me queue it up already so I don't skip it again. From a new DLC, interesting. Davi moment. Dude, speaking of compatibility issues, I remember I used to have a Davi key. it doesn't work anymore. Remember, I used to have a Davi key. Oh, it's still here. Wait, but it doesn't go away. It doesn't work the same way. Go away. Okay. We're stuck with Davi forever. Dude, really beautiful. The piano in unison with the organ. Dude, really cool. It's been a while since I've heard Blasphemous 2, but I remember concluding very decisively that Blasphemous 2 music is better than Blasphemous 1 music. Exactly, Giovanni says a step up from the first one is OST, yeah. But one thing that is common between both games is that both games have this reverb to the music. The music is enveloped by this long reverb. It's so characteristic. It's so reverby. It makes it sound like it's echoing in a big empty room. There's a sense of emptiness to this reverb. That's probably the most, like, even, I want to say, even bigger than the Spanish influence, the reverb is the thing that mostly defines Blasphemous music to me. It's like the trademark. AAA says, we need more Bloodborne. I cannot wait till Duskbloods come out. I'm excited for it too, but I feel like the hype levels are underwhelming. Probably because it's Nintendo exclusive. Like, I'm not feeling people like super excited for it, and I'm not super excited for it because I think I've never seen the game. They keep showing cutscenes and stuff. Blasphemous 2 was excellent. Too bad Davi was disturbed by Blasphemous 1. Yeah, it's not for me. Sometimes you have to realize, you have to accept. And it sucks because disliking things is bad. I don't want to dislike anything. If you like something, you're happier than if you dislike something. Sometimes you see everyone liking something and you want to like it too. But you have to be true to yourself. You have to be true to yourself. Blasphemous is not for me. Delirium says, happened to me with Resident Evil. That happened to me with Blasphemous, happened to me with Final Fantasy VII Remake. Dude, I wanted to like Final Fantasy VII Remake so bad. Once I finally realized it's a steaming pile of garbage, I felt free. So this has been going on for over 5 minutes, so we're gonna go to the next one, which is Deltarune. Yes, this one, Flower Man. Flower Man. This might be a boss theme, right? Dude, some of these samples remind me a little of Super Nintendo Mega Man. Yeah, it sounds pretty Mega Man. I wonder if that's what he's paying homage to now. Yeah, by the way, guys, don't spoil the game. Like, people haven't played yet. The drums are a little faster for Mega Man. I don't remember drums this fast in Mega Man. But the synths really remind me of it. And we know that Toby Fox intentionally pays homage to certain games. Has anyone here played Deltarune? I have not. Giovanni says, played chapter 1 and didn't want to continue, sadly. I didn't even try. I didn't try Deltarune. Mankrail says, I like Deltarune. Will you stream when it's finished, Davi? I did say that a long time ago, but now I don't feel like it. Probably not. Probably not. Dude, one thing is for sure. If I did, it would do crazy views. But I don't know, I don't... Every time I look at it, I don't feel excited to play it. Yeah, exactly. So when it says Undertale was enough for me, I feel satisfied with my Undertale experience. This almost sounds fan-made, but still good, says Zenith. It sounds pretty good to me. So next up is Glass Cages, feat. Sarah Hubbard from the Rift of the Necro Dancer, suggested by the man himself, Shidax, the man that has played every game. Did you guys know Shidax has played every single game that exists? Cave says... Oh, listen to the bass. Cave says Deltarune is vastly different than Undertale. Everyone says, where do I apply to be Shidax? Dude, it's a mystery. You cannot. It's his superpower. Dude, this rules. And I thought Rift of the Necro Dancer was done by Danny Baranowski, the soundtrack. But here in the description it says Josie Breckner. That news to me. Have you ever excited for any unreleased 2026 games? Not that I can think of. Is Dragon's Dogma DLC coming out this year? I don't even know, because I'm excited for that. But I think that's 2027? And then Monster Hunter DLC is 2027. There's Onimusha. I'm excited for that. Yeah, Violent. Is that a real Violent? Yeah, that's a real Violent. Very cool track. Oh! Rose is here. Hey, Rose. There's a team of multiple composers on Rift of the Necrodancer. Oh, I thought it was all Denny Baranowski. But, you know, about the question of 2026 games, I'm probably forgetting some releases. What other cool games are coming out? GTA, I don't care. What else is coming out? Only thing I'm excited for is Onimusha, I think. So next up is The City from Slay the Spire, suggested by Jules. Phantom Blade Zero. Strings. Oh, Silksong DLC. Yeah, I'm excited for that. Mortal Shell, Silksong DLC. I mean, one thing is for sure. It seems like the video game soundtrack landscape for this year seems kind of dry. Right? At this pace, I feel like it's almost guaranteed that Mugenics is gonna take OST of the year. Because I don't think Silksong is gonna apply for, like, soundtrack of the year. Because it's a DLC, right? I don't think they do that. Crimson Desert has some great tracks. Dude, I wanted to make videos on Crimson Desert. I could not get people to recommend me like one track. Oh yeah, Mina could win the OST, yeah. Sigma says Crimson Desert is definitely going to be a fan favorite for Gotti. Yeah, but for OST of the year, you think? I think this orchestra is not a real orchestra. It's a digital sample orchestra, but it's really well programmed. It's really well programmed. It sounds very realistic. Triple A says, I have a Crimson Desert track suggested today on the track list. That's cool. I wanted to listen to it. I asked people on multiple occasions, hey, what's a cool song from Crimson Desert that I should listen to? And people just didn't have anything to say. Rose says, I'm in the hospital. I had hip replacement. Wow. I hope you're recovering well, Rose. That's a big surgery, right? Hope you're doing well. Springy is here. Hey, Springy. If you have any of your OSTs recorded with an orchestra? No, I've never recorded an OST with a full orchestra. I have OSTs where I have hired. Whoa, hold up. This part is cool. Let me go back. Where's that bassoon? Strings. That's cool. I have tracks where I hired specific musicians to do some parts of the orchestra, but the rest of the orchestra is fake. That's the most I've done. Next up, Sunken Witch from Remnant 2. And AAA says, criminally underrated OST. I did one video on Remnant 2. There's one video on Remnant 2 on this channel. Like a proper analysis video. It got, I think, like 2,000 views, which is ridiculous. The song was super cool. And I never did a Remnant video again. Because nobody watched it. And look at that. Even this track that AAA just recommended only has 4,000 views. It's a shame. Do we have any games that have been done for the stream? No, there are no limitations like that in capitalism streams. I wonder how game composers compose for an orchestra. Actual music sheets per instrument, or they hire an orchestra composer for that? Yeah, it's music sheets per instrument. Yeah, that's how you do it. The bassoon guy gets a music sheet just for him. The violin guy gets a music sheet just for him. That's not difficult to do. Yeah, requests are closed. That's true. Meidu is here. Hey, Meidu. Yeah, and Remnant has these big choirs. Yeah, it sounds epic. Like super big brass. That's exactly how I remember Remnant 2 music since the video I did. What's the folk sounding instrument? I don't know. I noticed that too. There was something weird there. Some different instrument. I'll pay attention to it. It's probably gonna come back, right? What is that? I don't know what that is. It's too buried in the orchestra to hear it clearly. It sounds like some kind of fiddle. I almost want to say hurdy-gurdy. But it also like sounds windy, so I don't know. It's too buried to hear clearly. And you can hear the snare drums. There's woodwinds on the background. Yeah, but the woodwinds are part of the orchestra. We're talking about the... This. Man, it could be wind. Yeah, almost the background. Yeah. Could be something like that. Again. I'm starting to think it might be some kind of pipe. There's a kind of pipe called Ulian pipe. Okay, the mystery of the folk instrument. Very mysterious. Next up is Dragon Quest. I'm looking forward to this. I've never heard Dragon Quest music from the remakes. I wonder how it sounds. Let's see. I love Dragon Quest music. The composer for this, by the way, I'll have you know, one of the founding fathers of video game music, Koichi Sugiyama. Shadix says, I love how chill of a final boss theme this is. Dude, Sugiyama is so good. He was so ahead of everyone else at the time. And this is Dragon Quest 1 and 2, right? So this is early Sugiyama. But at this point, he was what, like 60? Like he was 60 years old or something. And every other game composer at this time was just like these young kids out of college. And he was like 50 or something. Already had a music career, like a successful music career. A question that I've never been able to answer is, why the hell was he composing for video games if he was already a successful musician? Because video games were not taken seriously at the time. I can say that I saw Dragon Quest 7 on Steam Summer Sale earlier today. Never played any Dragon Quest games. I think the one, like, knowing your taste, Sabkin, I think the one you have the bigger chance of liking is 11, because it's the most modern one. You will absolutely not like any Dragon Quest game with random encounters, and most of them have random encounters. Maybe he enjoyed the challenge of composing for video games. It could be. Like, I cannot imagine Square Soft at the time. At the time, it wasn't even Square Enix. It was Square Soft. I cannot imagine Square Soft at the time paying him what he was used to being paid for arranging for, like, Japanese pop stars. Apkin says, I'm playing Sea of Stars now, JRPG Arc. You hated Chrono Trigger though. People say Sea of Stars is so based on Chrono Trigger. Rose is leaving. Bye bye Rose, get well soon. Can I ban Avkin? Hating on Chrono Trigger is unacceptable. I mean, Avkin hates on all sorts of things. We have to let it go. We have to respect other people's wrong opinions. Yeah, Shadex is right. This is such a chill final boss theme. I feel like the music is trying to intimidate you with beauty and majesty instead of like urgency and tension. It reminds me of, you know, another song that does this, Cetus from Monster Hunter Tri. Signa says, I played Dragon Quest 3 on the Game Boy Color and it really wasn't for me. And I liked the JRPG genre back then. Don't get it. I've seen a lot of people say that about Dragon Quest. The thing is, Dragon Quest, by the way, next up is Lenin 4 Opened Eye, Mono Eye. Hey Davi, how was your week? Dude, kind of boring week. Not much happened. I didn't compose anything last week, and I didn't compose anything this week. I'm just doing meetings, boring ass emails with devs, just setting up gigs that are about to start. Hopefully, I'll compose something. I'll probably not compose anything next week though, unfortunately. But maybe, hopefully, I'll compose something on the other week. Because right now I'm in a gap between gigs. We're just setting stuff up for gigs that are about to start. So doing meetings and reading game design docs and contracts and boring stuff. Lenin 4, let me... I think it's this one. I think it's this one. This sounds like Touhou. Not exactly like Touhou, but there's an aspect. Oh, interesting. Here in the video description it says Danmaku series, obviously inspired by Touhou. Okay, so this is a Touhou inspired game. Touhou inspired, okay. Davi, will you make a video live stream about Deltarune Chapter 5? Likely yes. Yeah, but what I was saying about Dragon Quest, Signa. Have you ever met someone that watches Lord of the Rings way after it came out? Or maybe like reads the books, reads Lord of the Rings, the books, like in, I don't know, 2025 or something. They discover Lord of the Rings way late, and then they go, it's okay. I feel like that's the same thing that happens with a lot of people that discover Dragon Quest way late, is because Shadex is leaving. Bye bye Shadex. A lot of the tropes of the genre, the cliches of the genre, were invented by Dragon Quest. So Dragon Quest is the foundation of the genre. So when you go to Dragon Quest after having experienced so many JRPGs, Dragon Quest seems bland and generic. But the thing is, Dragon Quest invented those things, you know? Epkin says Lord of the Rings is the best movie trilogy ever. I've seen... It's a common phenomenon, I think, that I see. People discovering Lord of the Rings way late, and then they say, it's fine, but I've seen that before. I've seen like elves and magic and dragons before. It's cool. Giovanni's leaving. Bye-bye, Giovanni. Thank you. Guys, let's everyone say bye and thank you to Giovanni for helping us with the stream. Bye-bye, Giovanni. Thank you. Yeah, this really sounds like Touhou. It sounds distinct enough for me to understand, even before I read it, that it is inspired by Touhou and not actually made by Zoom. Like, when I heard this, I thought it sounded like Touhou, but it never occurred to me that this was made by Zoom. Because it sounds distinct enough, you know? It doesn't sound like Zoom. It sounds inspired by Zoom. Yeah, Dark Souls 3 on the gameplay channel tomorrow. That's true. Oh, next up we have Genshin Impact. Dude, this part goes hard. Man, there's almost, I want to say, a Yoko Shimomura quality to this part. It reminds me of Yoko Shimomura's Mario music. Is this track really long? Oh, it's about to end. Yeah, and I told you guys I recorded an Ultra Kill video today. I also recorded a Genshin Impact video. And now we're also gonna listen to Genshin Impact music. So that's exciting. Let's go. Next up is Genshin Impact from The Coop. Thank you, The Coop. Which one is it? I think it's this one. I dare you try pronouncing. I've been trying to avoid it. Let me try. Praina paramitopadesa. Oh, wait. Interesting. I know this. I heard a track this morning. I did a video on a track this morning that had this light motive. Sean is here. Hey, Sean. What's up? Are requests fully closed for the stream? Yeah, they're fully closed for the stream. We have enough requests to go. Dude. Three hours, maybe? I intended the stream to go for... Oh, actually not. The stream might be like 2 hours and a half, I think. Maybe? I intended the stream to last 2 hours, but it's definitely going to be more than 2 hours. Oh. Sean says, fair, I'll get my chance next time. Yeah, you have to arrive early. Dude, this time requests were closed in 17 minutes. These streams are getting very competitive. Hope you're having fun. I am. Dude, these streams are always cool. Next month we're gonna have a democracy stream. I wonder if we should do a normal democracy stream or if we should make a themed one. By the way, this is weird. I listened to this track. I made a video on this track this morning, but it didn't have this name. It was another name. I think this is another version of the same track that I did a video on this morning. Wait, nobody requested Secret Boss from Chapter 5? I mean, the game has been out for not a long time, right? People are probably not there yet, or maybe they just don't want spoilers. Theme streams could be more interesting, yeah. You know what cool theme? Chill video game music. I think that would go hard. A full stream of just chill video game music. And by the way, the Coop, if you recommend this track, look forward to the next Genshin Impact video. I recorded a video on another version of this track this morning. Atkins says, hard to enforce it. Chill is subjective. That's true. That's true. I mean, with themed streams, I have Giovanni curate the track list beforehand. But even with him curating it beforehand, I would have to give him some kind of subjective, some kind of objective standard to filter the tracks. You know what? Just make a totalitarianistic stream and just choose a bunch of songs you want to react to. I do that a lot. I did that last month for Mugenics. I just listened to Mugenics the whole stream. Next up, Cult of the Lamb again. Woolhaven. I'm ready for Cult of the Lamb vibes. Immaculate vibes. Executioner. Oh, this is 8 minutes long. We're probably gonna listen to about 5 minutes, and then we're gonna skip ahead. Town themes? Says Signa. I had thought about credits themes as well. Credits. Oh wow. Vocals in Cult of the Lamb are usually synth. This is not synth. This is a real vocalist. Yeah, Sigma says credits theme. Yeah, I'm thinking credits theme / ending themes. Where can I send my requests? Silent tone. Requests are closed. We're just listening now to the request that was sent. This is a boss track, right? It sounds kind of unnerving, unsettling. And the vocals are so weird. So unique. Is this Splatoon? No, this is Cult of the Lamb. Dude, but now that you said it, I feel like Cult of the Lamb is Splatoon, but kind of evil sounding. Splatoon is very synthy like this, but Splatoon is happy. Jules says, maybe instead of chill, it could be non-boss tracks. That is a great idea, actually. Non-combat tracks. Because you guys have such a big tendency to suggest combat tracks. I feel like both on live streams and on the regular videos, I feel like 90% of the tracks that are featured on the channel are combat tracks. Because, I don't know, they're the most exciting tracks and people tend to suggest them more. Non-combat tracks would be great. Dude, that would be great. I think I like that more than credits, actually. You need to listen to Route 1 from Pokemon. I probably have heard, I mean, I know I have heard that. Because I played a lot of Pokemon Red, but I don't remember it. Xenix, thank you Xenix. The entirety of the Omori soundtrack. I do like streams like that sometimes. So next up is Big Arm from Sonic Generations. Lysander says, my suggestion today is just a walking, flying around theme. I bet it's great. Honestly, my favorite tracks in games are chill tracks. I like the combat tracks and stuff, but I always gravitate more towards the village themes and stuff like that. I'm surprised we haven't heard more from Omori. I've never done a proper video on Omori, but Omori has been featured in many live streams. I feel like, is this looping? I feel like it's looping. Yeah, it's looping. So I'm gonna move on to the next one. Next one is Big Arm from Sonic Generations. Dude, in Sonic Generations, it has this whole theme of mixing modern Sonic with old Sonic, so there's some retro elements to the music. Dude, the guitars are really cool. Dude, guitars. It only appears for like 50 seconds of gameplay. Dude, that's such a bummer when this happens. You have the coolest track ever and the boss fight lasts like 30 seconds. The next one is a Mute Genix one. Oh no, it's not from Eugenics, it's from the Endless Nine. Wasn't it Japanese? You mean the previous track? No. Dude, the synth solo. Ant, thank you, Ant. How about a stream with soundtracks you wrote? I've done those. During the release period of Realms of Magic, I did a Realms of Magic soundtrack stream. I did a Koromon soundtrack stream. Next year, I'll probably do some of those, because next year I probably have some releases. I came very close to breaking NDA. I was about to say the name of the game that is going to release next year, and I realized I probably don't have permission to say that. But yeah, next year we're probably gonna do some streams from soundtracks I made, because those games are gonna come out. The only Sonic game I played was Sonic 3D Blast from 1996. I used to play Sonic 1 at a friend's house on the Sega Genesis, or the Mega Drive, the Sega Mega Drive, as it was called in Brazil. And after that, I played Sonic Advance on the Game Boy Advance. Later on, I played a little bit of Sonic Generations, that one, but I didn't play much of it. So next up is The End is Anguish from The End is Nigh. Oh, it's from Planet Ridiculon, the Mugenics guys. Okay. Very dissonant. Sina says, just whisper it to me, Davi. I won't tell. You're better at holding back than the current Spider-Man actor. Wait, did he leak some confidential info about the movie or something? I don't know about that. Isn't it an arranged from a classical piece? Is NDA counted in the game industry? Yes. Dance Macabre. Yeah, this... I don't recognize this. I know it's a classical piece because you guys told me, but I wouldn't recognize it if you guys didn't tell me. Sina says, I've had NDAs just for going into a building applying for a job. Yeah, I had to sign NDAs just for auditioning for a gig. Yeah, we're dead. I remember the Mugenics track, but what I'm saying is, when I was listening to the Mugenics track on stream, yeah, look. People were baffled that I didn't recognize it, and I still don't. I've never heard this classical piece. Lysander says he's done that with a couple movies, such as when he said, I'm Spider-Man? Holy crap, on Twitter before Marvel. Okay. Okay, before they said Captain America would have Spider-Man. I wonder what era. Yeah, this melody. I wonder what era of classical music this piece is from. If I had to guess, I would say it's probably newer. It's probably like 20th century, if I had to guess. Yeah, Dance Macabre. Why does everyone know this except for me? From the 1850s. Wow. Interesting. Yeah, I've never heard this. And you guys told me the name of the composer. I also didn't recognize the name of the composer. Next up, Xenoblade. Dude, Xenoblade music goes hard. And I've never played Xenoblade Chronicles X. Have you listened to the Planet soundtrack from the last century? Yes, that is... Oh my god, what's the name of the guy? I forgot the name of the guy that wrote Planets. Yeah, but that's a famous romantic one. Yeah, Gustav Holst. Yeah, Gustav Holst. That's him. Wow, that's Xenoblade. No migraine tracks today. Yeah, great. That's probably because you missed the opportunity window to suggest something. I just put 2 and 2 together. Next capitalism stream, we all have to tell Alkin the wrong time that the stream is gonna start, so he misses the window again. Wow, this is really cool. And the composer is Hiroyuki Sawano. I recognize that name. Hiroyuki Sawano. Japanese composer. What has he done? Gundam? Attack on Titan? This is really good song. I mean, I haven't played this Xenoblade game, but I know Xenoblade, and there's usually not songs with lyrics like this in Xenoblade gameplay. So my guess would be credits for this song. He's done Kill la Kill. Dude, he has singles and stuff. Over the rainbow. Dude, he has composed for a ton of anime. Seven Deadly Sins. Yeah, the guy's a legend. No wonder I recognize his name. He made the music for Attack on Titan. Bleach. One Piece. Solo Leveling. Boo! Video games. Let's see video games. He did Xenoblade X. League of Legends. There's not a lot of games on his resume. Iron Saga. Dude, that's really cool. Really cool song. Jesus. Super catchy song. This might be my favorite of the stream so far. I want to listen to the chorus again. Meanwhile, I'm gonna cue in the next track. Next up is Ricordando il passato from Umineko. Okay, let's go. Next one. I have to play this game. Xenoblade X. So, Ricordando il passato. Umineko. Can I find it? I think it's this one. Literati song. Oh, Lysander says Xenoblade X is crazy, having a ton of vocal tracks in the game. I didn't know that. So they do have vocal tracks in Xenoblade X. Yeah, this is nice. By the way, I sent 2 times the same request. Can I change my second request? Yes. Just write it there on the chat. Wait, but you didn't, I think. They're different. Look. Garden of Hopes. And this one is Running Sky. So soothing. I don't even know what this game is. Umineko. Ricordando il passato, I believe, means remembering the past in Italian. Tom side. Oh yeah, that's right, that's right. I got you mixed up with someone else. Sure. Just send your updated request. So next up is Dr. Rune. Running Sky. And again, with almost every single one of these Deltarune tracks, I can hear some kind of... Oh wait, this is a light motive, right? I remember this from another track. Makes me think of Mega Man X. Yeah. This synth electric guitar sample. Hopes and Dreams is all throughout the OST. Oh. Oh, this Hopes and Dreams from Undertale? Tom Sai, did you write your updated request? Dude, listen to the bass. Yeah, with almost every single one of these Deltarune tracks, I can hear the homage. He's always paying homage to something. Dude, cool harmony. Wow, yeah, and as always, it ended abruptly. So, next up is Look Outside. And I see down there, I feel like someone suggested Flower Man again from Deltarune. Formaldehyde, Look Outside. Dude, we've been getting a lot of requests from this game, Look Outside. Tom Sai, if you write your second request, your new request, I'm gonna listen to it. This ending, yeah, so abrupt. Was Flowerman requested already? Yep. We did hear it, right? Yeah, look, Flowerman is checked out. Flowerman. So 149, you can wait. Leon, if Leon is still here, Leon can update his request too if you want. Look Outside. This is so different from other Look Outside music I've heard. Will request be opened back up soon? No. You have to come back for another stream because requests are gonna remain closed. You guys have to arrive early for these streams. Requests were closed today in 17 minutes. Second one is Kirby, okay, from Tom's side. I'm just gonna do that next. Dude, Kirby music rolls. I really like Kirby music. This is the first more action-driven track I hear from Look Outside. They're usually pretty haunting and Slow. Lysander says, Epic Yarn, one of the only Kirby games I haven't played. I just beat recently Kirby 64, which is not an amazing game. It's not a great game, but the soundtrack is insane. Yeah, Kirby music. And this track is 6 minutes long, so we're gonna get to 5 minutes, and then we're gonna skip ahead. I really enjoyed Kirby on the Game Boy, but I never kept with it after that. The last time I played was Canvas Curse. I mean, I admittedly haven't played a ton of Kirby games. There was a Kirby game, Kirby Superstar, I think it was called, on the Super Nintendo. I absolutely adore that game. One of my favorite games on the Super Nintendo. It was like, I don't know, like 4 different games in the same cartridge. There's like a bunch of different game modes in the same cartridge. What else did I play from Kirby? I played 64. I think that's about it. People praise that one a lot. The Super Nintendo one, dude, is really good. I really like it. Is Kirby another Nintendo exclusive? Yes. Was it originally from Mario? No. Oh, there's a remake on the DS, I didn't even know. Dude, listen to the rising and descending notes. That's such a classical music thing to do, an orchestral thing to do. Oh, I just noticed this is a boss. That's why it sounds more action-driven than usual for this game. This is a boss. So, there's combat in this game then. Interesting. I don't know anything about this game. We're at the 5-minute mark, so let's go to Kirby. Kirby music, man, is really good. Big Bean Vine. Dude, is this one? Is it this one? This is actually unusual for Kirby. Kirby music is usually like, it feels like it's on drugs. Is this one, okay. Kirby music is usually super high intensity. Dude, very nice. Listen to the triangle. Triangle on the left speaker. Very underrated instrument. This OST is way more calm. Cool. Dude, so nice. And is this for regular gameplay? Like for a level? Is this for a level? Because yeah, level tracks usually are so fast. Man, listen to the fretless bass. It's a level track, okay. Good peaceful music. Dude, listening to this is getting me excited for the non-combat themed democracy stream. I think I'm set on that theme. It's gonna be fun. 4th level of first world. It's gonna be fun. Imagine a full stream, like 2 hours of just music like this. It's gonna be great. Great to listen to when you're winding down. And there's so few instruments. Piano, bass, like some light percussion and strings. Kirby's Epic Yarn is such an amazing children's game. Yeah, that's the impression I have from Kirby in general. Like, I don't have kids, but if I did, I'll just give them Kirby to play. Like a young kid. Because Kirby has always been pretty easy. What's the name of the newest like 3D Kirby game? Kirby and the Forgotten Land, I think. I bought the I downloaded the demo for that, I remember. And I played through the demo with Julia on multiplayer. Maybe I should buy that game. So next up is Endless Legend. Shadows, the Forgotten. From my buddy Tom's side. Shadows the Forgotten. I think it's this one. Zenix says, looking forward to it. Would be good. Would be a good change of pace from the high octane battle tracks. Yeah, and I feel like people gravitate so much to battle tracks. Garden of Hopes and Dreams. Have we heard this one already from Deltarune? Probably not. Dude, vocals. Oh, there's a Crimson Desert track. I'm actually looking forward to this. Yeah, the last three. You wanna let your hypothetical kid play Forgotten Land? It seems like a good game for kids. For my hypothetical kid. And there's multiplayer too. What is that? That's the string instrument? Sounds like some sort of lute. There's a medieval aspect to it. Wow, cool. Yeah. Vocals again. This track is chill. There's obviously a medieval aspect to it, but there's a subtle military aspect to it. This percussion, the march-like tempo, 1, 2, 1, 2, and in another part there were also snare drums, which are very militaristic. And the harmony as well, there's some underlying tension there. Baldur's Gate vibes, yeah, there's that vibe. Kirby's great for kids. When my older niece was young, she wanted to play the same stage every day for months. Yeah, good vocals. What is that? Synth? All of a sudden? I think that was synth out of nowhere. Dude, that's really cool. Giving an oriental vibe. It's that kind of medieval type of music that has a slight oriental flair to it. Is most likely Slavic, like a Slavic touch makes these medieval songs have a little bit of a oriental flair. Sounds Slavic to me. So next up is Crimson Desert. I've been wanting to listen to music from this game for a while, but I couldn't get you guys to suggest anything. So here it is. Let's try this one. Hymn for the Unsung Blade. Vocals. Oh, it's a faction theme, the previous one. There's a choir supporting the solo singer. Resolving the tension, resting on a home chord. There's a sense of finality to this. I know I tend to always say these vocal tracks are credits tracks. This one sounds like a credits track. Maybe not credits, but some kind of cutscene. Could be opening too. What game is this? It's Crimson Desert. It's so quiet, right? So subtle. Have you guys played this game? I'm curious about this game. I'm just kind of hesitant to dive into another like 200-hour game. Oh, it's credits track, but it plays in a section of the map. Okay. Glorious. Okay. It's 1 trillion hours open world RPG. Yeah, that's what I've heard. Wow. Super glorious harmony. Wow. Crazy vocals. Lysander says I need to look up this OST. Yeah, now the question is, why didn't nobody recommend this to me when this game was all the rage with the kids? I could have made like 1 billion views with this. Dude, that's really cool. The climax with the vocals, insane. So this is credits, but it also plays at one point in the game. Interesting. That's really cool. I wonder if there's more music like this. This is a game I might want to try one day. Next up, and this is the last track because we've already heard Flower Man. So next up is Garden of Hopes and Dreams from Deltarune. Garden of Hopes and Dreams. Another track that will end abruptly. Maybe people haven't gotten to the credits yet. Yeah, that might be it. Because I did ask people when the game had just come out. Wait, these are real instruments? I love that about Deltarune and Undertale. He just switches freely from chiptune to Super Nintendo kind of retro to real instruments like this. This song is beautiful. I love how free he is with the kind of instruments he uses. This was a chapter 1 song. It says chapter 5. Oh, maybe this is a new version of a chapter 1 track is what you're saying? This is really music from first chapter. Oh, but all new. Oh. Yeah, I feel like I remember this. Ibrahim is here. Hey, Ibrahim. Dude, really cool. Amazing melodies. He really is a master of melody, a master of leitmotif. But I think this is the first track I'm hearing that is fully done with real instruments like this. Isn't this in multiple Deltarune tracks? Probably, yeah, he does that. A lot of the tracks share the same melodies. Tricuspid says this was a great length and very chill stream, Davi. I'm glad everyone got their picks. We'll try to be awake and ready for next Super Chat edition. Yeah, that was a good length. Dude, really cool. The wind work on this. Flex is here. Hey Flex, what's up? This is amazing work. The playing, the recording in this, the arrangement. I was gonna say, I think this is the very first time we managed to keep one of these streams. Yep, there it is, the abrupt ending. This is the first time we managed to keep one of these streams inside the 2-hour mark. Hooray! It only took me 6 years. But guys, yeah, like Tricuspid says, very good length for a stream like this. We're gonna keep doing this kind of length. It's very good. Music streams like this, for some reason that I don't fully understand, for some reason they're more tiring than gameplay streams. For example, you would think gameplay streams would be more tiring because you're actually playing and concentrating on the game. But actually listening to music for 4 hours is unbearable. And I've done it for 5 hours sometimes when a lot of requests piled up on streams like this before. So 2 hours is just cozy. I'm well rested. I have energy to listen to the song still at this point, so it's really cool to interact with you guys. So guys, you know what you have to do tomorrow? You have to show up to the gameplay channel so you can play Dark Souls 3 with us. The link to the gameplay channel is there on the channel links. Go on the click on the channel on this channel and go to the links to the about thing up top, and you'll see the gameplay channel. Go over there, subscribe so you don't miss Dark Souls 3 tomorrow. For now, guys, thank you. It is time to say bye to me in the chat so I can say bye right back to you. And I do mean you specifically, Raspberry, and perhaps even you, Signet. And may I say even Oisin, and perhaps Lysander. I dare to say even Ormithian and Tomsai, and even possibly Abkin, and Cave, and AAA, and Tomsai again, and Lysander, and Ant. So guys, thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow on the gameplay channel with Dark Souls 3. Thank you very much for participating, for contributing, and see you tomorrow. Bye bye.